I want us to listen to Reverend Wanaina, for his sentiments are going to inform the basis of our analysis right now. All Saints Cathedral Church, Nairobi, is clearly rising to the occasion. If it's not Reverend Wanaina, it's another church leader in that church. So that branch of the Kenyan church is coming out very boldly as other church leaders across the country have been compromised, are in bed with the government. The good reverend is raising some issues that I want to stress on because he has explained almost everything very well, and almost everything he has said, all those are true. He's talking about the cost of living. We still remember the promise William Ruto made to Kenyans when he was campaigning, and what he's doing now. He's actually raised the cost of living. So William Ruto has not lived up to the expectation of those who voted for him. They voted for him thinking he was going to lower the cost of living. He has done the opposite. He's talking about the depreciation of the Kenyan shillings. William Ruto himself told Kenyans that the G2G oil deal was going to ease the pressure on the dollar, hence strengthening the Kenyan shillings. There is a lot of corruption in this government. In just 1 year, the government has lost billions of Kenyan shillings. All these are in the public domain. The recent one being the 17 billion that was withdrawn from the consolidated fund, and the recently released report by Controller of Budget showing that William Ruto's office, in a span of 3 months only, it has spent 2.2 billion. Parliament, we know, is captured. Opposition members of parliament are being compromised to join the government, and they are cheating and lying to Kenyans that they are joining the government for development. It's not development. They are joining the government for their own stomachs. So Kenyans should actually understand that. The Reverend is also talking of the unnecessary taxes. William Ruto will go down in history as the president who pressed on Kenyans taxes than any other leader who will rule this country. So far, he has broken that record because since independence, no president has taxed Kenyans the way William Ruto has done. And I don't think in the near future, any other leader will tax Kenyans the way this one has done. Fuel prices are going up, while globally the prices are going down. So that's also a contradiction, and it's clear there is also corruption there. And then the Reverend is also talking about Kenya Power turning into Kenya Power and darkness instead of Kenya Power and lighting. And then he goes on to talk about Christianity being men and women of integrity. It was very clear even before the election that William Ruto was not a man of integrity. And the way he convinced some of these church leaders is something that should actually be studied in our schools. Ruto's track record was out even before the election. If you look at William Ruto, the way he started his politics in the early 90s, his track record was out, and it was very clear he was not a man of integrity. Leadership is all about integrity, which William Ruto lacks. Yesterday, while speaking in Kisii, William Ruto threatened to take action against Kenyans challenging his housing levy in the courts. We all know that very many Kenyans if not over 90%, are against that housing levy. So some Kenyans who understand what is happening on the ground have gone to court to challenge that levy. William Ruto yesterday speaking in Kisii threatened them. So in a nutshell, Ruto just threatened Kenyans yesterday. And that's why Kenyans should wake up to understand that this is a man who came to power to destroy them completely. And finally, the Reverend is saying the church has been silenced and the church is in bed with the government. That's very true. The church in Kenya is an embarrassment. The church has let the people down. We are seeing greedy individuals who, instead of worshipping the true God, they are worshipping William Ruto and his team in government. And we are seeing they are benefiting from the proceeds of corruption. They are being appointed into a corrupt government, a government clearly oppressing Kenyans. So everything that this government does seems to be failing, and the country is clearly headed south. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.